Hey, what's up, YouTube? Houston here. For those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always, double salute. Now, today's video, I hope this video is going to be fulfilling for you as it was for me learning this information, because I have made a video about the Navy Federal Flagship in the past. However, I did not break things down the way that I'm going to break them down in this video, and I hope that you guys appreciate that. Now, in this video, we're actually going to be talking about how to get approved with bad credit for the Navy Federal Flagship card. That's one thing. Number two, we're going to talk about how to avoid a credit check to get the Flagship card. Now, I know some of you guys are scratching your head, how is that possible? But yo, I got you. Number three, we're going to talk about how to liquidate the Navy Federal Flagship card. Yes, we're talking about how to liquidate it without getting that high cash advance, all right? So, that being said, I always tell you all, we want to always go for the low-hanging fruit, right? And Navy Federal is definitely one of those financial institutions, low-hanging fruit, because they work with FICO 9. And we're going to talk about that. Now, in understanding that Navy Federal, they pull on the credit cards, they pull your TransUnion FICO 9, okay? But you must be a member, and I know some of you guys may still be struggling on trying to figure out how do I become a member and stuff like that. I have made a video in the past, but I think I'm going to update it because there are ways for you to become a member. That being said, the Navy Federal internal score, okay? If you don't know nothing else, I promise you, if you remember the formula I'm going to show you for the internal score, you're home sweet home. And we're going to talk about the average credit scores of 550. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm going to share a story with you about a client of mine that went into Navy Federal with a 550, brand new client, all right? Now, here's the thing about it. First, I would tell you guys, boost up your FICO 9 score. Don't worry about like Bank of America, Chase, Bank of America, Chase, Citibank, U.S. Bank. Those bigger financial institutions, don't worry about that. All right? Again, we want to focus on the low-hanging fruit. All right, and so here's one way. Now, like I said, you can get the Navy Federal Flagship card with bad credit, and I'm going to prove it to you. So just one moment, but I want you all to understand. But if you do some of these things to your credit file, this will boost up your FICO 9. Then there's other financial institutions that will give you money or just as much money as your traditional lenders. Okay, that you don't have to always deal with the traditional lenders telling you no because they pull from a FICO 8. Now, if you don't know the difference between your FICO 8, your FICO 9, I also just recently made a video about the Ultra FICO to help you build up your credit. So if you want to see that video, I put a link in the description for that because that's very important. That's a game changer for a lot of people, and you definitely should know that, right? But back to building up the FICO 9 in reference to if you have access to Grow Credit in your state, because Grow Credit is not operating in all states, or you may have Perch, where you can, like your car insurance, gym membership, your TV subscriptions and things of that nature, adding as a trade line, having pledge loans, credit builder loans helps build up your FICO 9 score. Experian Boost, your Ultra FICO, that also boosts up your credit score as well. Removing inquiries, adding authorized users. If you use your debit card a lot, using your extra debit card app or One Financial, that can help you boost up your FICO 9. And one of the bigger ones that most people miss out on, and this definitely can give you between 45 to 60 points just by doing this, and this is having your rent show up on your credit file, okay? And here's a couple places that you can go to that would actually report your rent so that you can actually use it as a trade line. Also, by you having your rent reported, that would help you qualify for a mortgage. So that's also why it's so important to have your rent paid. So if you're paying cash or money order for rent, start using one of these services, because that trade line is more important than the fees, and it's going to help not only boost up your credit score, but also help you qualify for a mortgage. So if you're trying to get into real estate investing, trying to buy multifamilies and stuff like that, you should have this on your credit. I'll tell you another thing why you should have this. If you are paying rent, and say that you're making a high income, 6 figures or whatever, and you put that on a credit card application, also, when they look at your credit file and they just see you have all these revolving accounts and you don't have rent on here, that throws a red flag as well. So that's the reason why this could be a game changer for you in order to help you qualify for more funding. That being said, let's talk about Navy Federal internal scoring. And if there's nothing else that you take from this video, I want you all to understand that Navy Federal and more of your financial institutions, they're going to start relying on internal scoring. And what that internal scoring means, how many accounts you have with us, how long you've been active with us, do you have a direct deposit? Do you have any type of pledge loan? The type of checking accounts, right? So your flagship checking account, having a money market account, a savings account, a CD, those are the things that help boost up your internal score. Now with Navy Federal, your internal score goes from 100 to 450, okay? And I made a complete video explaining the internal score, but this is very important, especially if you're trying to get funding from Navy Federal. If you're trying to get that flagship card and you have bad credit, this is the foundation. I promise you, if you have this foundation set, you don't have to have all of these things. I would tell you, if you can do direct deposit, make sure that you're doing some type of weekly deposit into your savings account, into your checking account. I would definitely tell you to get the flagship checking account. It's so important. Checking account, flagship checking account, savings account, and maybe your pledge loan. And if you have bad credit, your Nrewards, okay? Now, why the Nrewards? The Nrewards, if you have bad credit, let me back up for a minute because I want you all to hear this, all right? I had a client, okay, 555 credit score, okay, brand new to Navy Federal, brand new day one, 555 credit score. He set up direct deposit, he opened up a pledge loan, he signed up for the Nrewards, he got the flagship account, he opened up the CD, and he got a money market account. 555 credit score. Right off the bat, they asked him, would you like a credit card with us? And he said, ma'am, I do not know if I would even qualify with a 555 credit score. The lady said, let me see. Guess what? They came back and gave him, I think it was $7,500 unsecured credit card with a 555 credit score, brand new. So he didn't even have any history with them. Day one. So that's the reason I'm telling you this internal scoring is so important. All right. That being said, let's talk about this Nrewards. And again, these are data points that are so important. You trying to get that Navy Federal flagship? I'm trying to show you the game, right? So the Nrewards, right, it's a secured card, okay? So you can put $200 on it, having good on-time payment, and after 6 months it turns into $2,000. Sometimes they automatically increase it to $3,000, right? And so that $3,000 card, it'll turn into the green card, which is the rewards card, right? Now, here's the thing about it. When you get that green rewards card, here's the secret sauce that most people don't know. Because now you're an unsecured card. Having that card after 91 days, you can ask for a product change. Okay? Now, some people say 6 months, and I have seen people say after 91 days. Okay? You can have a product change. And you can product change over to the Flagship, even with bad credit. This is the reason why when people say, oh, you have to have perfect credit to get the Flagship card or something like that, that's not true. That's not true. It's all in the matter of how you build the foundation in the relationship. Okay? So the better the relationship, the easier it is. Even if you still have challenging credit, the thing about it, you still can get this card. Now, a lot of people want this card because it says $80,000. Most people don't reach $80,000, okay? As a matter of fact, with Navy Federal, I think it's like a certain dollar amount that after you have so many cards spread it out over, it goes up and it'll stop you anyway. So in terms of having, like building up your platinum card and then transferring your platinum card over to the Flagship card and then asking for a credit line increase, things like that. But like I said, if you just want the Flagship card just to have the Flagship card, like I said, this is how you actually do it. Now, how do you liquidate? That's what we was waiting on, right? How do we liquidate this Flagship card? Now, here's the way to liquidate it with Navy Federal, all right? Navy Federal has the Go prepaid card, in which they will allow you to take the balance, not the balance. They would allow you to take up to $10,000, okay, and transfer it from your credit card over to your Go prepaid. Now, here's a step further. That's $10,000, right? All right. And so in reference to merchants, they it's $3,000 they spend, right? Now, $10,000, and say that you need it if you had a $25,000 credit card. I have heard people do this. They would take the $10,000 and they would go to Walmart and they would get a money order for $3,000, go back the next day, get another money order for $3,000, go back the next day, get another money order for $3,000, and then they would get a money order for $1,000 the following day, right? So that's $10,000. Then what they would do, they would go back and put another $10,000 on that prepaid card. Okay? Now, I'm not telling you to do that, because here's another thing you have to be very cautious of. Because if your DTI, if your debt to income ratio goes up, this is going to create a problem, because it's going to also impact your credit as well. Okay? But that's just a strategy that people have been doing. Now, you know not only that you can get the actual Navy Federal Flagship card, but you can get it with bad credit. You will be able to get it with no credit check, and you can liquidate the card. Now, again, if you don't know how to get access to your FICO 9 credit score, click the link in the description. If you need a consultation about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Thank you.